Coming to you from the Fox Sports 1270 studio in downtown Palm Springs, this is the Coachella Valley Sports Report with your host, Coach B.
Don't forget to tune into the Coachella Valley Sports Report Saturdays, 11 a.m. on Fox Sports 1270 a.m. from the InjuryFirmLaw.com studios. This is the Coachella Valley Sports Report. I am your host, Coach B, and we're broadcasting from the InjuryFirmLaw.com studios on Fox Sports 1270 a.m. And as always, we're streaming 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app. Pretty excited about today. Today is going to be a jam-packed show, CV. I tell you, typically in the summer, things get a little light, but not this episode. So today we got a jam-packed. We have the new coach, the new head football coach from Xavier Prep, Coach Karls in studio. We have some more of the Palm Spring Power gentlemen outside in the lobby, and then another coach, and this is Coach Asu. He connects everybody. Another coach that's going to be coming in. He just texted me, said he left the camp. I tell you, coaches never stop coaching. They never stop working, and that's Coach Avina. He's on his way. So I tell you, it's a jam-packed show. So typically, I go on and I rant for about 5 or 10 minutes, but we're not going to do that today. We're going to go right in because we just got too much to go. But, Coach, we want to go ahead and let's bring you in, Coach, and do justice. Go. And I said your name sounds like a famous person. I love the name. But go ahead and introduce yourself to the Fox Sports Radio audience, Coach.
I am head football coach Michael Karls of Xavier College Prep.
And your first year going into Xavier Prep, and we were kind of talking about this. That is like it's like the jewel of the valley. I mean, great school, great building, great facility. You guys produce great talent. Stephen Buxton, who is with the Palm Springs Power play-by-play, he went to Xavier, loves that school. Yep. How excited are you to be the top guy now at Xavier Prep?
It's just an exciting time to be at Xavier College Prep. We got a bunch of guys for this football season that we're really excited about, and we're excited about the direction that we're going to bring the program. Right, we're trying to build our own culture and our own set of standards to Xavier College Prep football, and hopefully that we can take that as long as we can.
And one thing that is great about you is you don't talk about it like the kids would say. You be about it, because in 2009 you won a CIF championship. So you're from the Valley. You're not an import. You're from the Valley.
Correct.
You went to Palm Springs High School. So what do you think that experience can teach you? Are you still in contact with your coaches?
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely. And even Coach Gorey, the head football coach over there, he was my DB coach when I was over there, right? So it's very funny, like how the lineage of coaches in the Valley and how you can be tied to everyone there. But yeah, I love all my coaches at Palm Springs, and definitely have taken a little bit from everywhere I've been, especially there at Palm Springs, and winning the school's first ever CIF championship there has made a real impact on me. And it's proven to be, listen, I would never have expected I would be a head football coach, and now being in this position, I really understand like the true value of having good coaches in young men's lives, and being able to have like an impact on them is incredible, and what they can do with it after they're done with high school.
And I know we're going to talk Xavier. We're going to do that. But how excited were you about Palm Springs, that run last year, like with Jordan and things like that, and how great of a season they had over at Palm Springs?
No, it's awesome. And it's funny because we do off-season football in 7-on-7, and I had a few of those guys. Like I had Bishop and I had Jordan Johnson, right? Like and being able to see how those guys used to work and how their mindset was, I was like, that's exactly what Palm Springs is. Like, we don't care who you're going to line up in front of us. We're going to just go out there and play our game and do the best that we can.
And they just snuck up on everybody. So, and the great thing about it, they're just so nice. But tell me a little bit about this. And this is the Valley is special. Sometimes, if someone has athletic talent like yourself, they'll want to go off, get out of the Valley and go somewhere else. But why is it so important for you to come back home?
Well, it's to show that, because it is difficult in this Valley for kids to get seen or get looks from different colleges, right? But being a guy that was able to go out and, I went to the Midwest. I went to Fremont, Nebraska to be able to play college football, right? And so just showing kids that there are plenty of places to be able to find, if you truly love the game, if you truly want to continue playing on Saturdays, like there are places that you can go as long as you're committed and you know what it takes to do that.
And being a kid from the Valley, that had to be something, because out in Nebraska, they have this thing called winter.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
so that had to be an adjustment for you to get out there and get the snow and whatnot.
No, it was crazy because there would be days where it would be negative degrees out, but the sun would be out, right? Or like, there's snow on the ground and you're trying to walk to class and hoping you don't slip in the ice, right? So, yeah, no, definitely a big adjustment. And, it's actually fun to be able to see the different seasons, right? Because like in the valley here, it's always kind of like a beautiful day, or in the wintertime, like it's 60 degrees out, and that's nice. Like compared to other places, you get to really see different types of cultures and really get to learn from other people. That's what I love about football. It's such a melting pot, especially in college, because you get all of these guys, they were all the greatest on their high school teams, or they were all the greatest in their area or their district or whatever it is, but you're all on one team and one common goal, and you guys can kind of bond over that.
And you're right on that. It's sports are like the American dream, because when I played sports, I didn't care what anyone's nationality was. I didn't care. Can you help us win?
Right.
That's all we wanted to do. And you learn lessons from sports that live with you for the rest of your life. I'm competitive because of my time with sports, and I just absolutely love sports. But tell me something about you. I know you're competitive, and you guys had a great camp out there. Tell me about that camp. It was the first year you guys did it over at Xavier. You got some new ideas, some fresh thought. Tell me about that, and what was the thought process of doing that camp?
Yeah, so growing up in the Valley here, we never really had anything that was like high schools putting on like a youth football camp, right? Or, I played PDLQ football growing up, starting in junior micros at 6 years old, and, it was just always kind of, you worked on your own, or, there was never really anything that, brought kids to a camp or anything like that. Or even if there was, it was, something that you had to pay for, right? So we wanted to give our youth an opportunity to not only work on their football side of things, but also like see what it takes to be a high school football athlete, right? And see like what it takes for our guys at Xavier and what they have to go through, and this step-by-step process, because it is kind of a grind, especially now this day and age. It's you're getting to a point where you have to balance school, and you have to balance sports, and you have to balance like your social life as well, right? We want to be able to develop well-rounded kids, right? We always talk about at Xavier is we care for the entirety of the player, or the entirety of the person. It's not just what can you do for me on the football field, but how can I help you off the field as well? How can I help you in the classroom, right? We're not transactional, we're transformative over there. So that was the biggest thing, is to be able to give these kids an understanding and to see like what it takes. Like if you truly care about your high school sports, right? If you really truly care about like being a student athlete, these are the things that you're going to have to do to get there.
And it's starting to come through, because you have Jacob Van, who's going to go to Fresno State. So, I mean, that's a big-time program. They're going over to the Pac-12.
Yes.
So and that's one of those things. Or were there players that, and I saw some interviews with him, and he just looks the part. I mean, he looks like a D1 athlete.
No, and it's just so fun. Like Jacob, I got to give that kid so much credit, because it gives me chills thinking about it, because like he's worked so hard to get to that point. Right? Like when I first got hired, that was kind of one of my main goals, was like, how can I get more eyes on this kid? Because he deserves it. He looks the part. He has the right attitude. Like he's a well-spoken kid, like cares about his grades. He cares about all of those other things, taking care of his body, working out in the off season. Right. And, it was really difficult to be able to get schools to kind of like, nobody wanted to be the first one, right? Like, so once he was able to get that first offer, and then now the other ones are starting to roll in, and then now Fresno State came along, it was just like I couldn't be more proud of that kid. And it's not that it's not that he's like taken like a sigh of relief. Okay, now I've made it. No, it's now how much further can I take this? Like it's like it's gave him an extra boost of like, now I can really run with this, like, because now somebody believes in me. And that's what as athletes, that's all we want. We want people to believe in us, right? Our coaches, we want to make sure that they trust us on the field, and that they trust that what we can do is going to be able to win games and be able to take us for however long we want to go. But being able to have somebody on the outside, not just their head football coach telling them, yeah, you have it, but it's somebody that is not even anywhere near the Valley to say, oh yeah, that kid has it, and we believe in him, and we want him on our team.
And I'm sure that's something that you experienced as well. You were a high-level player, and you went to Midland to play football. Mm-hmm. So I'm sure those are lessons they taught you at Palm Springs that now you're putting into your kids. And that's one of those things that's got to be something that you can lean back on that experience yourself.
Yeah, sure. It was difficult because, when I was playing, right, I didn't really understand, all of the different things you kind of had to do in order to be recruited or to get on people's boards. I just always assumed, watching high school sports movies or listen about stories, if you win enough games, if you win your championship, you win the league MVP, all of those things, the recruiting part will take care of itself. But because a lot of these schools don't want to drive towards these windmills, right? They can stay in Orange County, or they can stay in LA and find the same player, right? But so now that I understand, we have to go to these camps in the off season or in the summertime. We got to take our kids outside of the Valley in order for them to get looked at. That's an important part, and that's what we're trying to do at Xavier, is get as many eyes as we can on our players. And it's I think there's the misconception of every kid should be thinking about going D1, or that's the ultimate goal. No, our ultimate goal is, can we get your college paid for? Can we get you, not if you have the talent and all of that to play D1, great, but we also want to make sure that the D2s and NAIAs, that's where I ended up, right? And I got a full ride scholarship to go play at Midland at an NAIA school, and we played in it would be considered the SEC of the NAIA. Every single team in our league was ranked in the top 25, right? So there's good football to be played. And a lot of my teammates, they were not a lot of them, but I played with guys that were, maybe their NCAA clock ran out, and so their only opportunity was to play NAIA. So we are playing with D1 talent at times, right? So it's not just about, oh, can I go D1, and that's that's the only spot that I'm gonna go. No, let's get you to a place that not only are you going to enjoy, but you can also pursue your college football career at.
And that's what's important. Once again, we have Coach Karls here on Fox Sports 1270 AM, Coachella Valley Sports Report with Coach B, and that's important. And I tell my kids all the time, I'm paying for their school. And I said, I got student loans that I haven't even paid off, and I'm paying for their school. I always told my kids, my favorite school for you, it's free.
Right.
And that's what's important. And now with the like you said, the transfer portal, going D1 isn't what it used to be. Now, if you have to go D2, D3, get your body healthy, get in the weight room, get that nutrition, and then you can progress up, because that happens a lot. That happens a lot to those kids. But tell me a little bit about Xavier Prep, who you were excited about. We talked about Jacob, but who are some of the other players in the pipeline that you're excited? Brian, you got to know about this guy.
Yeah, the first one that comes to mind is Joe Mejia. He's going to be he's basically our Swiss Army knife. He plays quarterback, he can play receiver, he plays DB. The kid is an amazing football player, smart on the field, knows how to get guys lined up, understands conceptually what we're trying to do as an offense and a defense, right? And a great communicator. Other guys would be Anthony Creek, who's going to be our running back in DB as well. We always kind of joke with him because he looks like Eric Dickerson out there, running the football. He's a big kid, right? And so it's just going to be fun being able to watch him. On the defensive side, also we have Luke Vermillion, who's a kid that plays safety for us, and he's going to play a little bit of receiver. He runs track, one of our faster guys, but he is not afraid to come downhill and hit people. And we also have a couple of juniors as well. Santino Canone, he had 100 tackles as a linebacker last year, and he's just continuing to grow. Other kids like Javi Angulo, he's going to be our left tackle this year and play a little bit of D-line as well. And all of these kids, the best part about it is they're great football players, but they also take care of it off the field as well, in the classroom, right? Like they're kids that we can approach our college, with our prospect list. We can approach them and say, hey, you don't have to worry about these kids with their GPAs, or you don't have to worry about like what's going on either. And that's like the beauty about Xavier Prep, and what is so nice about like having that kind of culture there is these coaches can come and they know what type of kid they're getting, right? Like other places the kid may be good at football, or he may be a good athlete, but you don't really understand what type of kid you might be getting. But when you go to a school like Xavier Prep, you know what type of kid you're getting, and that's what coaches want to be able to lean on.
And that's very true, because I remember last year when we were doing the game of the week, and we went there, we met with Clark, and we were just doing a walkthrough of the school and the football stadium, and when we were going to his office, there were kids there. I was like, "School's over." He's like, "No, that's study hall." So right. I mean, they take academics serious at Xavier Prep, and that's got to be one of those situations you said when a college contacts you, they know that they're going to be able to get in there.
Right.
There's no problem.
And the beauty about it is, like for our school, right, because we are so academic minded, right? These kids that have aspirations to go to certain schools or colleges, right? We put out for our senior class, it's a 98% acceptance rates to 4-year schools, right? So you know that they're going to be up to speed, and you know that they're going to know how to do the school part, right? Because like a lot of kids, when you get to college, you don't understand, like you're starting your day at 6 a.m. and you're not finishing it until 9 p.m. And that's like a tough structure to learn on the fly. So that's what we're trying to implement right now, is being able to put that structure in place now, so that way they aren't shell shocked when they get to college, right? Or like, oh shoot, like, my schedule is jam packed today. I have 6 a.m. workouts, and I might have a night class after dinner that I have to go to, right? So it's just all of those things that go along with not just being a good athlete, but also being a good student athlete.
And when they see the academics, they're gonna be like, "This is easy." They're gonna say, "This is nothing like
right.
Xavier's academics." So, but let's talk about the season. You start off on the road at RIM, beautiful school, beautiful campus, looking down at the valley, and then you have DHS. You have Serrano. That's always a tough opponent. You play Cat City, Yucca, you Palm Springs. You're gonna have them at home. You have PD, Xavier, La Quinta, and Shadow Hills. What are your thoughts about the season, Coach?
We're just excited to get after it. Like these guys are hungry for a good season, right? Like I think a lot of them believe that we kind of underachieved last year, and so they're very hungry for some wins, and to show the league like, hey, we might have not done as well as we thought so last year, but you have to look out for us, because there's tons of them. And there's tons of players that I didn't even name that are going to be able to make a big impact too, right? Like as an example, we're our quarterback last year, King Pelham, is now going to be transitioning to more of a receiver DB role, and just this offseason, like in 7-on-7 and stuff, he's flourished in that role, right? Like just being able to be another guy on the team, right? That's what we want. We're selfless players on our team, and that's the biggest part of developing our guys, is like you may not make the play now, but you're opening it up for the next guy, or like now when your number is called, you're ready for it, right? Offensively and defensively.
And that's a good problem to have, Coach, when you have so much talent where you're thinking to yourself, oh, I forgot this kid or that kid. Right. So, and I know next year you'll be in the upper, because they're restructuring the league, and you guys will be in the upper division.
Yeah, so we'll still be in the DEL playing all the top dogs, and like that's where we want to be. That's if you want to test where you are as a football player and as a student athlete, you want to play against the best, and that's what we're always striving for.
Yeah, and we're looking forward to it. The season starts off August 21st. Oh, that's my wife's birthday. So it starts off August 21st. That's going to be a fireworks. You're going to be up at RIM. So we're looking forward to it, Coach. Thank you so much for coming in. We appreciate it. Coach Asu, he really connected us, and he said, man, they've got some special things going over at Xavier. And I take whatever, he's so good at what he does. Whatever advice or he tells me, I listen to him, because he's a big man, and I don't want to upset him. first and foremost. But we're looking forward to a great season and see what you guys can all do this year.
No, I really appreciate it. Yeah, and the same for us. I mean, we just want to be able to show what we can do, because a lot of times we get looked over because we may have small numbers, but it's kind of like the 300, right? We may have small numbers, but our numbers are very impactful, and we can do a lot of great things on the football field.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, if you can build off of the success you've had, you guys have been building something for a while, and then you just tweak it. I see your excitement. I see the energy, and you're a local guy. And that's I think that's important for you to understand the talent out here and how to communicate with the kids out here, because you're not some guy that's just a fly-by-night that's looking to come here, get your name on a resume, and take off. They know you're going to be here.
No, right.
So that's important.
And that's like the beauty about it, too, is all of these kids are chasing things that I've done. Like this, I know where you guys are trying to go. I know where you're trying to get to. Like this is the blueprint, basically. Let me help you get to where you're trying to go. You want to win a CIF championship? These are all the things that it's going to take. You want to win MVPs and Offensive Player of the Years and all of that? Like this is what it's going to take, right? And not only that, but this is how we do it on the school side of it too, because that was a big thing for me as well. Like always making sure that I had a backup plan as well of like, these are my grades and these are good enough to be able to get me to any college that I choose to.
Absolutely. And you guys can get it done. So when you walk out there, Coach, when you say you want to get to CIF, just walk in with your ring and say, you guys want one of these?
Yep,
and then you can show them how to do it. But once again, Coach Karls, Xavier Prep, new high school football coach. Let's make sure this isn't the last time we have you in here, Coach.
No, I'd love it. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it, Coach.
Let's do it. Let's go ahead and take a quick commercial break. This is the Coachella Valley Sports Report. I'm your host, Coach B. We're broadcasting from the injuryfirmlaw.com studios on Fox Sports 1270 AM. And as always, we are streaming 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app, and we will be right back. An accident can change your life in an instant. One moment you're driving to work, the next you're dealing with pain, stress, and bills that just keep piling up. That's why you need the Injury Firm, the official law firm of Fox Sports 1270 AM and the Coach B Show, to step in and protect your rights. If you've been injured because of someone else's negligence, the Injury Firm should be your first call. Car accidents, slip, trip, and falls, dog bites, and much more. They will guide you through every step and work with you to get the compensation you deserve. They don't just talk results. They have recovered millions for their clients. So don't go it alone. Get a team that's on your side from day one. Call the Injury Firm today at 949-575-8875 or visit them on the web at injuryfirmlaw.com. The Real Estate Solution upholds an ongoing commitment to providing an elevated level of personal service. Their clients come first. And as a result, they are able to achieve more than they've ever dreamed with their real estate investments. Take it from me, Coach B. I am a personal client, and from the start, they exceeded all my wife and I expectations. Give them a call today at 888-768-3918. That's 888-768-3918. Ask for a free real estate report. You can get exclusive VIP reports to help you with your next purchase or sale and learn how to invest your time and money wisely in this market. Finding your dream home has never been easier with the Real Estate Solution. Call them today at 888-768-3918, 888-768-3918, or visit them on the web, therealestatesolution.net. DRE number 020886261.
Can't get enough of the Coachella Valley Sports Report? Then make sure you follow us. We're on X and Instagram at CVSR Fox Sports.
Don't forget to tune into the Coachella Valley Sports Report Saturdays, 11 a.m. on Fox Sports 1270 AM from the injuryfirmlaw.com studios. This is the Coachella Valley Sports Report. I'm your host, Coach B, and we're broadcasting from the injuryfirmlaw.com on Fox Sports 1270 AM. And as always, we're streaming 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app. And make sure you check us out Friday mornings on Fox 11 TV. And I'll tell you, this has been one of those days, just local athletes, local people galore. We had Xavier Prep in earlier. Coach went to Palm Springs. We just had Stephen Buxton from Palm Springs Power. He went to Xavier. And now we have another local guy in. Coach, introduce yourself to the Fox Sports Radio audience.
Well, first of all, thank you guys for having me on. My name is Avina. I'm a local guy, coach at Eastern Oregon University, where I'm the offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach there, man. I went to La Quinta High School, and I'm from here, so happy to be on.
How was it? And Eastern Oregon's great. Weather's great. It rains too much for me. But what is it like to be back home?
It's been great, man. Every time, I get a chance to come down for the summers or winter and everything, I try to make sure I'm getting some work in now. Yeah, Eastern Oregon, like you said, it is a little bit different weather, and getting used to the heat here at 100 degrees has been adjustment for sure.
Getting readjusted.
Yeah,
Getting readjusted to it.
Exactly.
So when you get back, do you go to the box? Do you go to TKB? Where do you go when you get back?
Oh, man, when I get back, first stop is my mom's kitchen and my wife's mother-in-law's kitchen right there. So we got to stop there. But honestly, my probably favorite spot here, man, it's got to be Mai Tai for some pad Thai.
Okay.
So that's my little spot right there, man.
You missed that. So tell me a little bit about this. How does this go? You go from LQ to being the offensive coordinator at Eastern Oregon. That's something that people in the Valley, that needs to be shouted from the rooftops, the success that you're having at that next level.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Yeah, I did my 4 years at La Quinta High School, and then got the chance to go and play college football at Whittier College in L.A. For 4 years there. And then once I graduated, I knew I always wanted to kind of get into the coaching game of college football, but I started off coaching high school football at Shadow Hills High School. That's where I first got my start in 2021. And then once that season stopped, I kind of took my next chance to be a volunteer assistant coach at Austin Peay State University in Tennessee, and was a graduate assistant there for 2 years. From then went to UTEP, where I was the quarterbacks coach last year, and here I am at Eastern Oregon now, man.
How cool is that? And LQ can do it. I know you were watching Major over at LQ.
Yes.
He's at Utah now.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, man. And that's my biggest thing. I think there's so much talent here in the Valley, right? And people don't want to drive past those mountains, but my biggest thing now, being at a place where I can come and recruit any kid in the nation, I want to recruit here especially.
Now, I know maybe we shouldn't publicize this because you might have an advantage, because like you say, people don't want to drive past those windmills. So I know for you're saying, hey, that's okay. That's cool. Don't go past those windmills. I'll go do it.
Right.
And how has it been getting the talent from California to get them to Oregon and get them out of the Valley? How's that process been, and who are some of the big names that you got? Or can you say who you're working on? Because I don't want you to give anything away now.
No, I necessarily can't say the names just from recruiting stuff, but there's a ton of talent at every school here. I've been blowing up all the high school coaches here in the Valley. Hey, please send me your recruiting list, because I want to recruit guys from here, right? And my biggest thing, man, at the end of the day, I would love for every kid to go school with me, right? But as long as kids from the Valley are getting out of here, that's my biggest goal, right? Like every kid that I've been training with or working with from, private quarterback stuff and everything, like I tell them, like, please let me know how I can help you in recruiting. If you need to learn how to put a Twitter bio together, if you need to learn how to message a coach, I want to help you. Like, that's my biggest goal, is for kids to get out of here and go get a free education. Go and at the end of the day, walk across that stage with a degree, right, and set yourself up for life.
And that's pretty cool. It's just we had Coach Karl. He left. I don't know if you saw him. Same thing. He said it because he went to school in Nebraska. Same thing. He wants kids to get out of here and go to school for free. I always told my kids my favorite school for them is free, and that's what's so important. But tell me a little bit about Eastern Oregon. What do you guys? What brought? Is that something a sell you had to go back and tell your coach and say no? I need to get back to the Valley, and we need to get some players out here. How have they received the talent from out here?
It's funny because all the coaches that I'm with there are from Washington, Idaho, right, Oregon area. So when I got there, they didn't really recruit California other than JUCOs, right? And so I told them, I was like, look, where I'm at, like, there's a ton of talent there, right? And they were more than open to go and receive that. And, hey, just send me the guys that you need me to go and watch. And so, I've been sending them multiple kids from here and at different positions, different classes and everything. And man, they're excited about just kind of the uprising of talent that's coming through here.
So a great place to go. So, Coach, thanks so much for coming in. We appreciate you, and thanks for coming back to the Valley.
No, thank you guys so much for having me.
Absolutely. We're going to go ahead and get out of here.
Can't get enough of the Coachella Valley Sports Report? Then make sure you follow us. We're on X and Instagram at CVSR Fox Sports.
Don't forget to tune into the Coachella Valley Sports Report Saturdays, 11 a.m. on Fox Sports 1270 a.m. from the InjuryFirmLaw.com studios.